Hi guys, in this specific display we are going to look at one of the trigonometric functions and how we can be able to do graphing, and that is the concept of the cotangent of theta. So from our ratios we have defined the cotangent of theta as a function which is a ratio between the cosine of theta and the sine of theta, which is going to be given as such. So this particular functions and their plot of the x and y axis are given in this specific intervals for the range of pi are going to display this aspect of of course graphs which are going to have asymptotes. The vertical asymptotes are this specific point for x0, x negative, or x is equals 0, x negative pi, and positive pi. And these are going to move in terms of integer values, as we can be able to see this, like this. So basically the cot of theta, the function of the cot of theta is going to behave like the tan of theta. And we're going to see this specific case if we try to look at the difference between the two. Of course, there's going to be a variation at this specific point. And in terms of a range, they are also almost going to be similar. They are odd, and then this is going to be the period between them. And now there's a variation in terms of the ratio, as we can be able to see this from their specific definition. But in terms of characteristic, we're going to see that there's a similarity that is going to exist between this. So we're going to see that the x-intercept is going to lie at points which are pi over 2 plus k pi, which are whereby k is going to be an integer value given as such at this specific points for the x-intercept. Now for the vertical asymptotes, they are going to lie at points which are kx, which are basically going to be defined by these specific points that I'm showing in the board. Now the y-intercept is going to be 0, and as we're going to see that as this particular function moves towards this specific value, it's going to move towards infinity, and that is going to define the concept of a period, which is basically going to be the range at which this full cycle of this particular function, of course, is defined. So therefore the period is going to be pi, given as such. And as we have said, this function is going to be obeying this law of odd functions. Therefore it's going to be an odd function, and it's going to be symmetrical with respect to the origin, as we have mentioned. So that is the of course the concept of the tangent of a function, and of course its domain is going to be all real numbers except where k pi except k pi, where k is an integer, as we have already been illustrating for other values of graphs of these particular functions. So that is it for now. Catch us in our other videos. Bye, God bless.